of yesteryear. Now, we're on the date of the 5th of Tammuz. It marks the Hilula of a famous rabbi very much based in Izmir in Turkey. His name was Rabbi Haim Shonshol Z'tl, one of the great rabbis of his time. He passed away, I believe, on the 7th of July in English year 1859. So we're talking about from time here of recording about 166 years ago. I believe here we are in 2025. He'd go on to become a rabbi, a darshan in Izmir. Let's say Izmir, Turkey, was a bastion place of Torah learning in its day, was center of Torah in the world. He would also become the author of a Torah colossal work called the Simcha La'ish, a really great Torah book. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the famous rabbi's life. Now, he was born in Izmir, in Turkey, over there, and came from great rabbinic auspices. His father's name was Rabbi Shonshol, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Sarah, I believe. And very, very interesting enough, I think a famous family at that point in time. There was many great people at that point in time. I think Rav Shabtai happens to have been the son of Rav Nisim Chaim Shonshol, and he himself happened to be also a great rabbi in his day. I think he was part of the Beuzil חיסאר area, which is interesting enough. Like, he got married into family of another great rabbinic family. I think the family of Rabbi Yitzchak Istorgo, I believe. And well, I think we actually mentioned him on various occasions before he did. He would go on to become a rabbi in Izmir and in the city, once again, of Beuzil, חיסאר. He would study Torah under great auspices, great rabbanim of that day, including Rabbi Nisim Chaim Modai, another rabbi we've spoken about before, I'll say in Hebrew, Otahu Mechane Ubezev Herash, Ateret Rashemore, Rabbi Chaim Ad Olam, talking about the greatness, about how great of a Torah learning he was. I think this is actually quoted in Simcha La'ish book, which is featured in page number 43 over there. It's quoted over. Okay, so that's very interesting. And more can be related with regards to the great rabbis. Various sort of questions and answers, I think, of the rabbis would appear inside the book, the Chaim, if I'm not mistaken. He would also learn under great other rabbis, including, I believe, Rabbi David Amado, another rabbi we actually dedicated a video with in regards to. He would go on to become a judge, a posek, a rabbi that would render various different Jewish laws. He was a famous shliach tzibur, a chazan, a cantor, a rosh yeshiva, a darshan, and Rav Amado himself would become the rabbi of Izmir, various different prominent positions over there. And they talk about, the wiseness of the rabbis, despite, let's just say, hardships that might have been inside the places, difficulties, the challenges that were coming along, that they would talk about very much in praise of how the rabbi can grapple with their various different situations. Now, I believe he passed away in the year 1859, this was. And to be precise, it was the 5th of Tammuz, we are this week, the 7th of July, 1859. Let's explore a bit within regards to his book. His Torah colossal work was called the Simcha La'ish, as we say in English, a joy to man. It was printed by a printing house, I think, Tzion Benjamin Rodeti, if I'm not mistaken. I think in the year Tafresh Chaf it was. This would compose of various different droshim to Sefer Torah, respectively. Matan Torah, with regards to the giving of the Torah. Le Shabbat Shuvah, with regards to Shabbat Shuvah, I believe, which obviously between Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. Let's say Tzedakah, with regards to charity, acts of kindness. Le Shabbat Halbashet Aniyim, Shabbat Zachor. It's talking about various different Shabbats of the year, which are of greater importance. Shabbat Zachor is, I believe, the Shabbat before Purim. Shabbat HaGadol, the Shabbat before Pesach. He'd give various different darshans, sermons within regards to it. And Nisuyin, within regards to engagements in of itself. I think more will be printed, I think connected very much to his family members inside this book, including a eulogy on his grandfather, I think his aunt to his mother, for example, and he would give various different excerpts from rabbis on the Shas, within regards to Moshe Torah, the 5 books of Moses. He would also get a consent, a haskama, from the famous Rabbi Chaim Pelagi, arguably one of the most famous Turkish rabbis of the last few hundred years. The book was printed, I believe, after he passed away, and it was brought to print by another famous rabbi, Rabbi Raphael Chia Pontrimoli, a rabbi we've spoken about before. He was a printer, he was an author. I think he actually was an author of the book, the Mamluah is also on the book of Esther, Megillat Esther. He himself was a great rabbi in Izmir. The title of the book contains, I think, the initials of the author's rabbi. It does. Interesting enough, I'll say it in Hebrew. Matai Hatzair Haim Shonshol Simcha Yismach Lev Ani Shabtai. or Shabti. Very, very interesting. So it would give around that a connotation, how it's going. It's actually interesting. I think this book, the Simcha La'ish, is actually very much featured. You can see these books on, especially in the Hebrew National Library. They've got documents and chronicles within regards to this book also. So much can be said within regards to that. Also, there's a lot actually of information online within regards to him. He would devote himself to Torah study by day and night. And it's actually interesting, not just his, let's say his Torah words would incorporate words of the sages. He'd bring his own Torah innovations also. He hated gifts as a general thing, and he enjoyed from his own toil. And the family he really married into was really, really great. He passed away, I think he was quite young when he passed away. I'm not too sure. It's actually reported over here on the Haim website. But really, Rabbi Haim really speaks very, very highly of him. Let's explore a couple of the highlights from his book. Also, just using the Haim website. One word he would say in page number 38, I believe, is Melamed she'im yer'eh lebavo av im yirbeh tzedakah lo yachshav im nedivim. That's one of his teachings over there. Remember, I think the book was actually printed, if I'm not mistaken, in 1865. This would have been about 6 years after he passed away. Another teaching, Melamed lebatel ta'anat hama b'kinos hayudim ubezeh tavo el hamelech. It's another teaching, I think, very much featured in page number 71. Melamed shiktem besorat ashalom besorot ha'geula. This is, I think, very much featured in page number 14 on Amud. Better, they're also wavering into page number 15 also, which is very, very interesting. So great teachings. He passed away. It's the Hilula here is on the 5th of Tammuz. We're in the first week of Tammuz, 12 days before Shiva Asar Tammuz, respectively. I recommend everyone to look into National Library websites. They also have some, let's just say, some chronicles within regards to him. There's a whole review book also on Google. Interesting enough. I think according to the Hebrew Books website, it says that it actually says over there it was published in the year 1860, unlike 1865. It's got 228 pages, according to this. It was actually the Even Sion Benjamin Rodit, I think connected to Rabbi Yoshua Moshe. And very, very great book, and it's printed in Izmir. I'm just looking at the, let's just say, the preface of the book itself, and very much connected to Rabbi Raphael Chaya Pontremoli, which has to be added on. So please, everyone, don't forget to light candles to memory. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. Now, if you descend from any of the great chachamim we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information within regards to him. And if you feel anyone's interested in watching any of these videos, please share these videos to other people also. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we need 7,000 subscribers, which is an absolute phenomenal achievement. We didn't think we would get to this stage in our wildest dreams, but we're growing. People are interested in learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. Don't forget this channel itself. We don't just concentrate on the great Chachamim of yesteryear. What we also do on this channel is we do Daf Yomi clips on the great on the Talmud daily. We do videos on the Parashat Shavua, the weekly Torah portion on this thing. We have an interesting series also where we get another top speaking rabbi that will give over, let's just say, a inspiration every single day we try and get on this channel. Some of the, arguably you could say, the most famous rabbis across the world, or Jewish personalities. That's another thing we do on the channel. Another special treat on this channel, we also travel Eretz Yisrael, this fantastic land of Israel, and we explore the different parts of the country, and we sightsee, look at different synagogues, different archaeological places. It's a channel we have got over here that really concentrates on a great amount of Jewish pride. So you can be part of it by joining, subscribing, let's just say, and recommending to everyone else, and learning and growing more within regards to Jewish history. So on that note, I think it's good to say Shabbat Tov Barach. Please be well, everyone, and blessings here from the city of Bet Shemesh.